Well, hello everybody, I hope you're all okay. If you hear any noise in the background, it's because it's the 5th of November, so it is bonfire night. So that is a tradition. Well, I've been to Boston in Lincolnshire today, and the reason I went there was I went to light a candle for my brother. When we were younger, I can remember we both went up what's called the Boston Stump, which is St. Botolph's in Boston. And it's a beautiful church, and you can see it for miles and miles away, and it's just like a stump. So I thought to myself that would be the best place for me to go, because I remember me and my brother going up the tower. You can, if you pay so much money, you can go up the tower. So it's a case of going up so many steps that way, going across, having a look right across the fens for miles and miles from the top, and then you've got to walk down another set of stairs to the other side. Now, I've already been up, but my husband hadn't. So I said to him, I'll stay down here, you go up, because I've been up before. So he went up, and I think, is there about 400 steps or something like that? I think it's 200 and so many one way, and 100 and something the other way down, something like that, because it is built on a bit of a tilt. Well, he said that he enjoyed it. He did a bit of filming. He took some pictures. He did think it was a chance of a lifetime. I think it was £5 to go up, and then you've just got to sign yourself in the gift shop within St. Botolph's, and then you've got to sign when you've come back down again. And it took about 20 minutes, I think. And he said that he wished he'd have done it years ago because he was very out of breath, and the steps were very difficult to navigate. Thank goodness there was a rope at the side. But anyway, he did it, and I said, it's something that you've done, and he also did it for my brother, so that was a lovely thing to do. But I did end up with something very unusual. Now, I love the Green Man, and I was very surprised to see a lot of the Green Man images for sale in the church, because it's a pagan thing, and a lot of churches don't have a lot to do with it. It's almost looked upon as the old religion. But I have always put myself down as a pagan. It just means that you love nature. That's all it is. So I have quite a collection of the Green Man, who is very often found in churches, because there was the pagan times where you had the worshipping the earth, the sun and the moon, and also the plants, like the Green Man of the forest. That's why you'll often see him with acorns round, or leaves. And there is a green woman as well, which is big thumbs up from me. But I thought to myself, I've got quite a few of those, and I saw that they'd got something different. Now, if you know much about Lincoln, because I love Lincolnshire, you'll know that there's the Lincoln imp. Well, that's what I got. Just look at him. Now, the lady at the shop, she said, what an ugly thing. What an ugly thing. But I absolutely love it. I've got a Lincolnshire imp, the Lincoln imp, and I've got him in brass, and I've always loved it. And then I noticed that they actually did them there, like the Green Man, They also did bats. I was very tempted. I will probably get one next time we go back. And what else did they do? Oh, they did all sorts. And very reasonably priced as well. So I thought my brother would laugh at that. The fact that I've bought that, you know, after the day after his funeral. And look at his little feet, the little cloven hoofs, if you can see. So that also reminds me a little bit of the line The Witch in the Wardrobe. Anybody that knows the line The Witch in the Wardrobe will know exactly who I'm thinking of. So I thought he's got to come home with me. So he's like bronzed and he's cast. And I think he's lovely. I really do. So I thought he's coming home with me. Now, I did get some postcards because they were £4 for £1. I mean, it's such good value, and I wanted to put a little bit of money into the coffers for them, because we all love churches, but we don't always support them, do we? So it was my way of supporting them. I also put money in for the candle that I lit for my brother, and my husband Richard lit a candle for his brother Peter, who's no longer with us. So it was well worth going. Now, this picture here, I know a lot of you like history. So this is Boston, St. Botolph's Church. But this picture is one of the handles on the door, and I'll read it to you. It's the bronze knocker on one of the doors leading to the stone stairway for ascending the tower. It's 13th century, of French origin, and probably older than the church itself. So there we are. I think that is lovely. I love things like that. And it's like a lion, but it's a strange one because it looks almost like a lamb, and it's got little ears. So I'm not 100% sure about what it is, because I know I've got a lion knocker that's on the green door, the green garden gate that my husband put up. So that's what it reminded me of. So the other three, because that's the first one, this one I thought was interesting because it was famous for the hauling of fish. So that is Boston Docks. So that's quite an old picture, and I'm fascinated with ships and boats and water of any type, the sea, rivers. I think the rivers remind me of the veins, and the sea is just phenomenal, isn't it, really? So that's the River Haven. That's the one that we normally walk to the end of to go out to the wash to have a look at the seabirds. Now, we did go for a walk, and we did see a curlew, and we did hear the curlews. We saw looked like eider geese, like eider ducks flying, and there was also several other birds, not a lot, and we saw loads of muntjac deers. They're the small ones that are very, very chestnutty dark brown, and they've got a white bum. So if they're running away from you, you just see these white things bobbing over the cabbage fields. That's what we could see. So that was that one. And then here is quite a good one, and it looks like a misty day, but you can see St. Botolph's there, and that's the stump. So this is a swing bridge from Newton's Corner. So there we are. Absolutely lovely. The people in the church were so nice. There was somebody cleaning the lectern, the brass. It's like a big eagle. a lot of you that are familiar with churches will know what I mean. It's where they rest the book, you know, the Bible or whatever they're reading from. And she was making a really good job of it. You know, there's a lot of kindness around churches, and there was a big table there for like a food pantry, and it was, a lot of it was donated, like Tesco's had donated a lot of their stuff, and people were asked to go and get what they needed. You know, there was bunches of flowers, eggs, vegetables, fruit, you know, such a nice thing to see. So I do love that about churches. I love the feel of the churches, particularly if they're friendly, and they really were. And the lady in the gift shop, she was lovely. So next time I go, I think I'll get a bat, and every time I go, I think I'll get a bit of something. I can either put these in the garden, or I can put them indoors. Now I will keep him indoors at least until spring, and then I might pop him outside, but I'll see. That's my little imp, and that's about it really. I don't think I've got anything else to tell you. I feel much better today, as you can imagine. It was a good celebration for my brother, and it was a celebration, and it just showed how well thought of he was. So he would have absolutely loved that. Right, so I'm going to finish my cup of tea now. We did have fish and chips whilst we was in Boston. That was perfect. We sat in the car eating them, surrounded by all the fens, and so it's great, isn't it? Because it was 17 degrees and the sun was kept poking through. So that, for November, it's not bad, is it? Anyway, lots of love, everybody. Bye.